Welcome to TNT Show. Our sponsor is Performance Guards. This is Matt, and this is G, and I am Kira. Today's topic, music games. Do we still love them? We've had a lot of music games come out, like, they're going really strong. How do you guys feel about that? What's your opinions?
I love music games from the beginning. I mean, I've played some really weak ones like Donkey Konga. It was terrible. But really enjoyed all the Rock Band and Guitar Hero games. I think they're just a lot of fun. There's no game that I've had more parties or impromptu parties with where people are just over at the house and, hey, somebody started playing Rock Band and now all of a sudden 4 people are playing and there's a line of people waiting to get next. And people are just enjoying the music and enjoying the experience, and people are like, hey, let's get together next week and play Rock Band. That's happened more with that game than any other game that I've ever owned. And so it's just a quintessential party game, as long as you enjoy the music, which the newer version, like Rock Band 3 at least, from that point they started making it so you could customize your set lists and start de-emphasizing the really crap songs,
right?
So you didn't have to listen to
you just
them.
weren't forced.
Yeah. So I think it's wonderful, and I'm glad to see them coming back and resurging, and hope they have a long life, a long future, because I think it's an excellent game genre and should just continue on.
The one thing I haven't experienced is I've totally blanked on the name. There's the guitar game. It's not Rock Band, but you can actually plug it into a real Rocksmith. Okay, so Rocksmith, I've seen people that play it and they're like, it's great. I plug it in a real guitar and it helps me actually play guitar, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah,
it's too much for me. I just need a little bit of buttons and my favorite music game is Amplitude, which isn't even instrument based. You just pilot a little ship. In the old one, you were a futuristic band member, and you had a little avatar in the corner of like a guy in shades and drumming and stuff. In this one, you actually are trying to rebuild people's neural pathways in their brain, and the music and hitting on the notes helps that, which the storyline is interior. You're just shooting some notes and fun music. I love them. Those games introduced me to music that I would have never been introduced to before, which was awesome. And I think they'll be around forever, because you just
Humans and
put
music.
out new songs. Yeah. Here's a simple instrument. The instruments they make are simple, and everybody can do it. And then they've always done a good job with skill levels. Like, okay, here's your simple, use 3, and then if you really want to get hard and play Through the Fire and Wind or whatever, and you can do all that. So, Fire and Flames, yeah. So I love them. I think that it's. I'm glad they keep carrying over. And I've also been watching on Twitch, these guys play like the Japanese ones. Mm-hmm. Like somebody's got like a piano with notes shooting down, and you have to hit all the piano keys at full speed, which is incredible. There's one where you have buttons, and you have twisty knobs, and you have flipper switches. So this guy plays it. So he's got to hit the 4 buttons, and they light up. And then the path goes, and he's got to swiggle it back and forth, and it's insane. It's insane. So I love the high level stuff. Is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it's half as impressive as watching someone play a real instrument. I mean, it gets to that point where it's that high level of a skill. I'm definitely more on the casual side of it, but I think people are way too ADD anymore to just sit and listen to music and enjoy it.
Right.
So you have to be doing at least one other thing. Okay. Might as well be sitting playing a video game while listening to music, and I'm sure we'll be able to add levels to that eventually. We'll have automatic food dispensers so we can eat while listening to the music with virtual reality goggles on.
Just sit in place and just rock out.
And I have to disagree completely. I always found the music games to be so repetitive that there was very little difference between them and the next song, because you'd get different beats, but it would just still feel like the exact same game over and over again. In most games, if you want something different, you change the character, you follow a different story, you do a different quest. There's so many different options. With that one, it always just felt like, no, this is the only way to play it. And I always found that just so very static and kind of boring.
Yeah, and that's something they've addressed a little bit with Rock Band 4, where they allow you to have a little bit more leeway in the way you play some of the songs, which is a huge improvement, because that is a big part of playing music for real, is being able to play your version of the music versus, I mean, it was sort of wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
The old music games where it was like, here's the song, you played it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like, wait, you did art wrong. You know, but it's definitely
Way to be
improved since then,
creative.
and I think if
Adding instruments has helped, and
Yeah.
and I think for some people that the tying it to actually playing an instrument, like okay, I'm going to learn guitar, but at its foundation, it is a very specific genre of game. So I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so, and I get why people love it so much, and I can see it. It was never for me. It's the TNT round!
So guess what? It's time for the Die of Destiny.
Die of Destiny.
First Die of Destiny in season 2. Very exciting.
Die of Destiny.
Remember 18, 19, 20? Get you a winner. 20 get you an extra bonus.
Natural 20, natural 20.
If you roll a 1, does somebody have to send us a prize?
Yes!
Yeah, just send it.
Oh, so close.
Oh.
Sorry, folks. We got a 16, but keep watching. We'll get a few winners for sure.
Glare at the screen at him.
That's it's my
We'll
fault.
try again next
My
week.
fault. First prize.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Star Wars catchphrase. Oh, that looks cool.
Star Wars catchphrase. Fast pass play with words and phrases from the Star Wars universe. Catchphrase is up there with music games on the list of best party games because you always have like the wrong number of people to play Catan or something else,
Right.
and then you're just sitting around chatting and somebody just goes, let's just play catchphrase, and you just pop it out and start passing it around.
Yeah.
Catchphrase. High quality game.
There you go.
That's
So now we're gonna
nice
draw
toast
teams.
and friends.
All right.
Matt, you want to draw first?
Yes, I would like to.
Let's draw some teams.
All right, going to draft for the blue team. Let's see. On the blue team, we draft Hans L.
Hans L.
Let's go kiss Hans.
I hope I draw Franz L.
That would be funny.
I pick a person's name that is Bonnie C. Welcome to the red team, Bonnie C.
Like Bonnie Clyde.
But that's right.
Yeah. All right, guys. First question of the season. Best 2 out of 3. What is the best music game song of all time?
I'll start. Fairly recently, Lemmy, everyone is a fan of, passed away. R.I.P. Lemmy. And my favorite game song, Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades by Motorhead. It's just a great rocking guitar. Even at the lowest levels, it still gets going. I haven't even played it with like drums and stuff, and I'm sure it's awesome. It always just got me riled up. Which is also one of the best Tony Hawk songs as well. That doubles as an answer for that also.
You know, that song killed me playing Tony Hawk and Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2. You
Yep.
couldn't get it to turn off. Was the problem.
You
hear
hear it
so
all
many
the time.
times
Yeah, you hear it
while I
100
was
times.
learning to play that game. So I'm like rage quitting to Ace of Spades. And so I don't have a good
Sure. That can
connection
give
to that
some
song. I
dark
really,
aura
really
to
don't
the
care
song.
for that one anymore.
Fair enough.
All I can imagine is my little guy just you know
Yeah.
breaking his back
And then
on
hearing that
on the
in
skate
silence
park.
in the background.
Yeah.
Who'd win in a wrestling match, Lemmy or God?
Lemmy.
God.
Wrong, kid. Trick question. Lemmy is God.
I'd say the best song on a music game is "Are You Gonna Be My Girl" by Jet because it's just such a great song. I remember the first time I heard it on an Apple commercial. You know, okay, yeah, they sold out to Apple for the iPod.
Good for them.
But I
Yeah.
just loved the song. I loved the rhythm, and you know, it's just so well performed. You know that it's one of those things where playing Rock Band, it's just a little bit of a fantasy where you go, yeah, I could totally do that.
Yeah, I could totally just
And if
be
I
on stage and
did,
doing
I
it.
would be as cool as this guy, which of course I would. And so,
Of course.
so I just love the song and I love to play it in the game.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'd be like Bohemian Rhapsody, like Queen.
Yeah.
And I love the different, like,
The problem is that when you get to a long song in those games,
oh, you get tired.
you're
at
like,
the
oh,
end.
please shoot me. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, and like Freebird, I'm like, oh, end,
Oh,
end.
that's
Why
so
is this not
true.
ended?
See, I just
Wow.
I just love how in like Bohemian Rhapsody, like you go from like this beat to
Yeah,
this
it's
beat,
a couple
like it
different
changes, like it's like it feels like a couple different songs within a song, and of course
Mm-hmm.
like Queen, who doesn't love Queen?
All right, Cream rocks.
It's true. All right, well, let's see what the people said.
This is the Rev. I'm here with my friends at Epic Gaming in Lehigh tonight. So Zach, so your brother actually owns this place, is that right?
Yeah, he's been the owner of Epic for like 4 years now.
He's off playing, he's making you do all the work on Friday night?
Basically, yeah.
That's actually a really tough one, man.
I'd have to say Ace of Spades.
Let's go with Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. I like Motorhead.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Ace of Spades, no doubt. It's so much fun to play. Gotta love that Motorhead.
I have to go with Motorhead. That is probably my better song to play on Guitar Hero, period.
You got the sympathy vote on that one.
Yeah.
Or the,
Yeah.
the recently deceased
I was actually
vote.
thinking like,
I did these before he died, actually.
Yeah, when I wrote it, he hadn't died.
That's right. That's right.
and the point goes to the red team.
Hey. Now I have to say, that was my second choice. My initial choice was going to be a Freeze Pop song, but I'm the only person that knows who Freeze Pop is and would pick it, so I tried to win this time.
What song was that? I
Freeze Pop had Super Sprode on First Anthem
Rock
2.
Band. Well, it's on
And they
Rock
also
Band
had it
1
on
also.
Rock Band. Yeah.
No, I didn't like that one.
No, they're kind of just in my wheelhouse as far as music goes.
The song was okay, but as a game song,
It's a
I
better
didn't get it for
amplitude
me.
song than it was a Rock Band or Guitar Hero or whatever
Okay.
song. Yeah.
All right, guys. Question number 2: best instrument not in a music game.
I think it's pretty obvious that it's the accordion.
It's a good choice.
I mean, I don't know that there's a whole lot more to say about than that.
I'm trying to imagine going to the store.
Having a
My-
Rock Band version plastic accordion, you might get the special edition that comes with the Weird Al Yankovic wig.
Well, yeah, you have to be
Maybe
Weird
a classic
Al.
Weird Al mustache
Yeah,
from when he
course.
used to rock that. But the accordion, it's a nice mixture of having a piano on one end, you got the buttons on the other end, and then you can do the squeeze box motion. There are a lot of great songs that have accordions in them. You just need to listen to more Mexican music.
Fair. For me, it's the instrument that everyone. I guess I don't know if kids today have been introduced to them like when I was a kid, but everybody had to play the recorder. Like everybody, all the time. Like your first music class, here is a woodwind instrument with 4 holes, and you just had to blow in there. And so everybody would get to enjoy some Rock Band recorder and really play those classic songs like they remember as a kid.
Right.
Hot
Yeah.
cross buns.
Hot cross buns.
Hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns.
Exactly.
As covered by Annie Lennox.
Big time.
Well, I remember practicing that at home and just like hearing my mom scream, "Stop
Yeah.
it!"
Oh yeah. Everybody got to play. Nobody liked the recorder. All the kids played it more than their parents wanted, and then no one ever carried on. So recorder.
The problem is there's nowhere to go with the recorder.
Right.
I mean,
recorder is all it is.
When you're a kid and you pick up a banjo,
Right.
you can listen to some bluegrass music and go,
Yeah.
"This is incredible.
Yep.
I want to play like that guy." But you can't pick up a recorder and go,
Find
"I
your
want to play
popular
like
media."
the ultimate pro recorder player." There's no good version of a recorder.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been.
All right, what do the people think?
A chord is like a harmonica, right?
No,
That's where you play hot cross buns.
Let's do the accordion. That seems like an interesting thing to play.
Accordion would be rather awesome though too. That would be cool because it moves it back and forth, and you'd have weird motion. Like, oh my God.
Warner hate accordions so much. The sound they produce is just terrible.
Of course they
Somehow.
Yeah. I mean,
After I said that, I was like, "Man, nobody's gonna vote for
no.
accordion."
When you said it, I'm like, I shouldn't even say anything because the accordion's great.
did. But they have accordions in Japan. I've seen them.
Like music game accordions?
Yeah.
Oh, well, sure.
Hey.
I've seen so many different instruments in Japanese rhythm games, it doesn't surprise me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like bagpipe thunder.
Bagpipe
That
hero.
would be awesome.
That would be.
I would love just to see someone out there with like a bagpipe, like trying to play rock band or something, like
it'd be a-
like to like a classic guitar song, like, like the bagpipe.
It'd be a plastic one though, with
Right.
like a mylar balloon.
Yeah,
and
just a balloon.
little plastic tube sticking out of it.
There you go. That's your bagpipe final round.
All right. Point goes to the blue team.
All right.
Woo! All right, guys. Final question, tiebreaker. If you could play Rock Band with a real-life musician, who would it be?
Do I start on this one? Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Sure. I think Stevie Wonder would be the best. One of the reasons I think that is there's an old Cosby Show episode where he shows up and the kids and the family go and he just makes some music with them. Like they just do a voice and he's jamming on the one and they play all this stuff. And I could just see him gamifying it and just being instantly ready to do that. I think he could just take this brilliant music mind and turn it into have fun with it and the ability to see we can work around that.
I was gonna say the two problems with it.
Right, we can work around
one,
that.
you're not allowed to like the Cosby Show anymore.
I know.
I know.
And two, I didn't want to bring that up.
I know. I just figured maybe there's a workaround. I don't know what it is.
Some sort of braille version, some sort of hand physical feedback.
Say Cosby, you can
I
judge.
know.
Stevie Wonder, don't you dare.
I'm not judging Stevie Wonder. I'm just saying we
Cosby
might need
shows.
some kind of special interface for Stevie to be able to play the
maybe
the
give him
music in with
some
us.
like things where lights shine on the glasses or something, and he can just I don't know. We'll figure that out. But he'd be awesome.
I have high confidence that he could play pretty much any music game better than anyone with sight anyway.
Seriously.
So I mean, you'd work it out.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Well, since I've already invoked the master of humorous music and social satire,
I thought this
through
might be
parody,
coming.
it has to be Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Because it would just probably be the greatest thing ever to hang out with that guy.
Yep.
Might be a little odd because you really never know where he's going to go next. but yeah, I mean, if you have a music game with an accordion on it, that would be like the grand prize. You know, they're going to have a giveaway when they market the game with the accordion. And then the grand prize is you get a living room that's decked out with a projector and a $20,000 sound system and Weird Al that sits in the corner who plays with you, and that would be.
I like how you're selling Weird Al with everything else. They're like,
He'd be cool with it.
Yeah, Weird Al's like I'm coming. Fine, I'm game.
I'm being sold. I'm part of the prize.
Money for nothing and Weird Al for free. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Thoughts?
Stevie Wonder by far.
I'm sorry, Weird Al Yankovic. Just he's got some cool stuff.
Dude, Stevie Wonder.
Even though he plays an accordion?
Even though he plays an accordion, I'll allow it.
No, Dave. I love Dave Grohl.
Stevie Wonder. I'd have to say Weird Al Yankovic.
Stevie Wonder.
And the winner is Red Team!
Good job, Red Team.
Thanks.
Yeah. Gonna be Red Team on the first episode of the season.
Yeah.
But I have one more question for you guys.
Okay,
shoot.
Who would get to the center of a Tootsie Pop faster? Miley Cyrus or Gene Simmons? Miley,
no time.
one more time.
There's no time.
Gene Simmons, without a doubt. That guy's got the longest tongue ever. Naturally not snipped.
Them sick licks. I'd say Gene Simmons.
Miley Cyrus.
I'd have to say Gene because he can just wrap around the whole thing. Just
The power swirl.
20, 30 years ago, I'd say Gene Simmons. The way Miley Cyrus is kind of going down. I'm going to have to go with Miley Cyrus, I think.
Yeah, definitely Miley Cyrus for sure. She's got the muscles. Like all her pictures, she has her tongue out, so she's ready.
Gene, looks like you're facing heat from the new generation here. Once again, this is the Rev. Until next time, remember, I've got a big hand, and I'm not afraid to put the smack down.